In the depths of the Cambodian jungle, something impossible hides. A city larger than modern-day Paris, temples that rival the pyramids, engineering that defied the ancient world. But here's what makes it extraordinary. The people who built it forgot it ever existed. For 600 years, the greatest empire in Southeast Asia simply vanished. Not conquered, not destroyed, it erased itself from history. This is the story of Angkor, the Khmer Empire that ruled over 1 million people, commanded armies that terrified China, and built monuments that were visible from space. And then, in less than a century, it was gone. The jungle swallowed their cities, their children forgot their ancestors' names, and the world lost track of an entire civilization. How does an empire disappear? How do you forget you once ruled the world? Tonight, we're going to find out. January 1860. French naturalist Henri Mouot hacks through Cambodian jungle searching for butterflies. He's about to stumble onto the greatest archaeological mystery of the 19th century. Mouot writes in his journal, "I was seized with a strange, almost mystic feeling. What temple could this be? What civilization?" Before him, towers taller than Notre Dame, carved from single blocks of sandstone, corridors stretching for miles, faces the size of houses staring through centuries of vines. Angkor Wat, the largest religious monument on Earth. But here's the shocking part. The Cambodian villagers living nearby had no idea who built it. They called it built by gods or made by giants. Some said it appeared overnight. Their own ancestors, the Khmer people, had constructed these temples, but the memory was gone, completely erased. And Mouot discovers something else. This isn't just one temple, it's an entire metropolitan area, over 1,000 square kilometers of temples, palaces, roads, and hydraulic systems. Satellite imaging wouldn't confirm it until 2007, but Angkor was the largest pre-industrial city in human history. Nearly 1 million people lived here, and then they all left. No battle scars, no signs of conquest, no earthquake damage, just silence. Year 802 AD, a Khmer prince named Jayavarman II returns from exile in Java with a revolutionary idea. He doesn't just want to rule Cambodia, he wants to become a god king, a Devaraja, a living bridge between heaven and earth. He establishes his capital in the Angkor region and declares himself Chakravartin, the universal ruler. This is the birth of the Khmer Empire. But Jayavarman understands something crucial. In the 9th century, power doesn't come from armies alone. It comes from water. The Khmer homeland floods for 6 months during monsoon season, then bakes in drought for the other 6. Most civilizations would see this as a curse. The Khmer see opportunity. They begin building the most sophisticated hydraulic system the ancient world has ever known. Massive reservoirs called barrays, some over 7 kilometers long, store monsoon water. An intricate network of canals and channels distributes it across the kingdom. The result? 3 rice harvests per year. While Europe struggles through the Dark Ages, the Khmer are engineering agricultural abundance. Within a century, they control all of Cambodia, parts of Thailand, Laos, and Vietnam. Their wealth is staggering. Chinese diplomat Zhu Daguan visits in 1296 and writes, "The Khmer kingdom is wealthy beyond measure. Even common people use silver plates. I have seen nothing like it in all my travels. The empire is unstoppable." Or so it seems. Year 1113. King Suryavarman II ascends the throne with an obsession. He will build a temple so magnificent it will prove the Khmer are the chosen people of the gods. The result is Angkor Wat. The numbers are staggering. 5 million tons of sandstone, more than all the Egyptian pyramids combined. Blocks weighing up to 1.5 tons, transported from quarries 50 kilometers away. 12,000 artisans working for 37 years. But it's not the size that shocks archaeologists, it's the precision. The temple is aligned to celestial bodies with astronomical accuracy. The measurements encode Hindu cosmology. The central tower represents Mount Meru, center of the universe. The 5 towers mirror the peaks of the sacred mountain. Every dimension is a sacred number. The bas-reliefs stretch for 800 meters, depicting the Hindu creation myth of the churning of the ocean of milk. Thousands of figures carved in such detail you can count individual fingers. And here's what archaeologists recently discovered. The temple was a giant sundial. The shadow movements track the solar calendar with such precision it rivals modern instruments. This isn't primitive architecture. This is advanced mathematics, astronomy, and engineering wrapped in religious devotion. Under Jayavarman VII, who rules from 1181 to 1218, the empire reaches its absolute zenith. He builds 102 hospitals across the kingdom. He constructs highways with rest houses every 15 kilometers. He creates a postal service with relay stations. He builds temples that include facilities for 300,000 priests and 80,000 dancers. His capital, Angkor Wat, houses 200,000 people, making it one of the largest cities on Earth. London, by comparison, has 18,000. The Khmer Empire is the superpower of medieval Asia. But empires don't collapse from strength. They collapse from the things that made them strong. The year is 1283. Kublai Khan, grandson of Genghis Khan, has conquered China and turned his attention south. He demands tribute from the Khmer Empire. The Khmer refuse. The Mongols invade with overwhelming force. The Khmer manage to repel them, but at devastating cost. Thousands dead, rice fields destroyed, the northern provinces burned. But the Mongols aren't the real threat. The real threat is water. Remember those magnificent hydraulic systems, the barrages and canals that created agricultural abundance? They require constant maintenance, constant labor, constant expertise, and something is going wrong. Archaeologists studying sediment cores have discovered something shocking. Starting in the late 1200s, the monsoons begin to fail, then swing wildly. Decade-long droughts followed by catastrophic floods. The hydraulic system can't handle the extremes, but there's a deeper problem. The Khmer built their empire on a fragile ecological balance. The deforestation required to build all those temples, the wood for scaffolding, the fuel for smelting, has stripped the watershed. Without forest cover, monsoon rains cause massive erosion. Sediment clogs the canals. The reservoirs fill with silt. The system is choking on its own success. And here's where it gets worse. The god kings keep building more temples, bigger monuments, greater glory. Jayavarman VIII builds Ta Prohm Temple, requiring 80,000 workers. Resources that could repair canals go to carving stone faces. By 1300, the system is in crisis. Rice yields are dropping. Famines spread. The population that grew fat on abundance is now starving. And to the west, a new threat is rising. The Thai kingdom of Ayutthaya, young, aggressive, and hungry for Khmer wealth. 1431. Thai armies breach Angkor's walls. They occupy the city for 7 months. They loot the temples. They capture thousands of Khmer artisans, dancers, and priests, bringing them back to Ayutthaya as prizes. When the Thais finally withdraw, you'd expect the Khmer to rebuild. They don't. King Ponyayat makes a decision that will echo through history. He abandons Angkor. The capital moves south to Phnom Penh, closer to trade routes, farther from Thai aggression. But here's what's baffling. They don't just leave the city, they seem to deliberately forget it. No records, no histories, no attempts to reclaim it. Within a generation, Angkor isn't just abandoned, it's erased from collective memory. Archaeologists have discovered why. It wasn't one collapse, it was a cascade. Climate data shows the 15th century brings even worse monsoon failures. The hydraulic system completely breaks down. Without water management, Angkor becomes uninhabitable. But there's an economic factor too. By the 1400s, maritime trade with China and India is booming. Coastal cities offer wealth without the brutal labor of maintaining a hydraulic empire. The Khmer elite make a calculation. Why repair a broken system when you can start fresh? So they leave. But the psychological erasure is deliberate. The new capital is Buddhist, not Hindu. The old god-king religion is abandoned. The temples that represented the old faith are left to the jungle. In Theravada Buddhism, attachment to the past is suffering. Letting go is enlightenment. The Khmer let go of their greatest achievement. By 1500, Angkor is gone. The jungle grows through temples. Roots crack apart stones that took decades to place. Trees grow inside galleries where kings once walked. And the people? They move on. They forget.
Here's what makes this collapse unique in human history. Most fallen empires leave traces. Rome had the Catholic Church. Egypt had pyramids too large to forget. The Mayans left codices and legends. The Khmer left nothing. No written history survived, no epic poems about the glory days, no nostalgic tales passed down through generations. By the 1800s, Cambodian villagers genuinely believed the temples were built by gods or giants. The connection to their ancestors was completely severed. How? Archaeologists point to three factors. First, the switch from Hinduism to Buddhism meant the old temples were spiritually irrelevant. They weren't destroyed, they were simply ignored. Second, the Khmer wrote on perishable materials, palm leaf manuscripts, wooden tablets. In the tropical climate, nothing survived beyond a century. Third, the constant warfare with Thailand and Vietnam over the next 400 years destroyed institutional memory. Royal chronicles burned, libraries vanished, the keepers of history died without passing on their knowledge. But there's a fourth factor researchers have only recently understood: trauma erasure. The collapse of Angkor was apocalyptic. Starvation, plague, social breakdown, entire cities abandoned within years. Psychological research shows that societies experiencing catastrophic trauma sometimes engage in collective amnesia, deliberately forgetting the past as a survival mechanism. The Khmer people didn't just forget Angkor, they needed to forget. And so the greatest city in medieval Asia became a myth, became a jungle, became nothing, until a French naturalist searching for butterflies found it again. Today, Angkor Wat appears on the Cambodian flag. Millions visit every year. UNESCO has declared it a World Heritage Site. The temples have been reclaimed, not from the jungle, but from oblivion. But here's what haunts historians. How many other empires erased themselves? How many civilizations reached greatness, then collapsed so completely that even their descendants forgot they existed? The Khmer Empire teaches us something profound. Monuments don't guarantee memory. Size doesn't ensure survival. Even the mightiest achievements can vanish if the people who built them choose to forget. Because empires don't just fall to armies or earthquakes or famines. They fall to silence, to the decision to stop telling the old stories, to the choice to move forward by erasing the past. The Khmer built a city that lasted 600 years, but the erasure took less than a century. In the end, what destroys us isn't always catastrophe. Sometimes it's simply letting go. The empire that erased itself stands today as a warning carved in stone and strangled by jungle vines. Remember us, the temples seem to say. Don't let this happen again.